Welcome back to Aims for the Win. Today I am testing out some Dollar Tree craft kits that I picked up on my last visit. It seemed like there was a lot more than there used to be, so here is my little mini haul. I'm only going to do a few of these in this video, and then the others will be in a part 2. But here they all are. So today I'm going to do this bracelet kit, this other bracelet kit, and this third bracelet kit, and I'm also going to do this cross-stitch unicorn. So we're going to start out with this guy. I can't remember what this is called in Japanese, but I know I've done this before. It doesn't look like much opening it up, and the instructions on this one were super confusing. I suggest, if you're going to do this one, to look up some YouTube videos that show you how to use it. The other problem, besides having confusing instructions, was the thread they sent is variegated, which means it changes colors every couple inches, and the instructions say to cut 20 inches of each color, which you can't do. Another problem I ran into is I didn't have enough to do 15 strands at 20 inches. I did a couple at 20, and then I decided not to cut it while I was measuring, and I was short. So I did, I think, 17 or 18 inches on the last couple strands. So that was my little workaround. I actually did have enough at the end to go all the way around my wrist. Definitely need to try this with some different thread. You can do different patterns by just changing the colors up. With the variegated, it did turn out pretty cool in the end, but I do not really recommend this kit to just hand it off to some kid and be like, here, do this, because they are going to need help figuring out the instructions. My 13-year-old did figure it out, besides one little detail I had to help her with. So here is my finished bracelet. I did end up liking how the variegated ended up working a little bit. One end was slightly different than the other. Next up, we have this super cool bracelet kit. I used to do this craft when I was a kid. I learned it at summer camp, and we would make keychains to take home. I have gone bleh. I can talk. I've done this a lot as a young kid, I don't know. Anyway, I was super excited because I had never made a bracelet out of this stuff. I'd only done keychains. So I notice on the instructions, probably about right here in this video, that the instructions are for the basic stitch, which, I mean, it does show it on the front there, but it is also not a bracelet. It is a keychain kit, and that was kind of a wah, wah, wah. I guess I could have looked up the instructions on how to make a bracelet out of it, but I decided to follow the instructions, and I kind of failed because I couldn't follow these instructions. Apparently, there is at least 2 different ways to make this knot, and the way in the instructions is not how I learned how. So I tried the instructions because I wanted to review the kit, and my little brain could not wrap itself around these instructions. So I went back and I did the my goodness, I can't talk today. I went ahead and did it the way I know how to, because it was just too frustrating to figure this out. There are hundreds of videos on how to make these things on YouTube. I might link some below because it really is a fun little thing to do. Here I am struggling. I am making the loops that it's telling me to, and I don't know. So anyways, I did this. I ended up trimming it because I didn't need the length on it because it was just unruly. I did an inch or so of regular, and then I made a swirly thing, and then an inch or so of regular stitch or knots or whatever. And then I realized partway through that the green and the yellow merged. It's practically the same color all the way up instead of having two different colors on the four different sides. That was a little disappointing. You can kind of see where I did the fancy stitch, but it looks pretty bad with the two colors that are too close together. So there's that. I'm done here. I want to finish it up. There's no instructions on how to finish one of these. It shows, I'm going to zoom in here real quick. Maybe not quick. There we go. It does show that there's some kind of ending to this one, but it doesn't tell you how to do it. So this is where I pause and I look it up on YouTube and I figure it out. It's not that hard. Anyone can do it. I don't know why they didn't put it in the instructions. I'm still a little salty that I didn't have a bracelet kit because that's what I picked out and that's what I wanted. But there it is. And then because I wanted to see what the other colors looked like, I picked out yellow and blue and did a little bit on that, and I noticed those colors merged together too. So I'm assuming all of them will. There is a lot of plastic string. What is that called? GIMP? There's a lot of that left over, so you can make more than one keychain, but they do only give you one actual keychain thing, so you'll have to figure it out. And next up is the unicorn. I think I deleted some of the footage on accident where I showed you how I started. This kit has 0 instructions besides the unicorn printout there. It's the only instructions it had was to say don't throw out the instructions. So I don't know if it was not put in there or it meant don't throw out the picture. But there's my first little area when I didn't know what I was doing. There's my second little area when I didn't know. And then I looked it up on YouTube because I'm a dork and I wanted it to look good. Not that bad. It took quite a while. The back is kind of scary. I don't really like how much blank plastic there is around the outside. It just seems weird that the finished product is plastic. Here's the little needle it came with. I bent it a whole bunch. It was hard to get the yarn through the little eye, and then the tip I'm trying to show you is a little ball, which split the yarn something awful sometimes. Halfway through I switched to a darning needle that I had, and it worked way better because it was easier to thread the yarn through the hole. But in the end, I did end up bending that needle too, because what I'm not showing you is how I finished it, which will come later. And last but not least, another friendship bracelet kit. This one looks super cool. It has some stitch patterns on the front of the box that I've never done before. But once again, the instructions do not match the picture on the front. So here is me looking at those and being sad that I can't make them. But I will move on and I think I'm doing the bottom one, and it turns out that one is just a braid, a multi-strand braid, something that I already know how to do. And here it is, finished product. I mean, it still looks cool. It's not the same type of bracelet I was hoping to make. There is lots of string left to try the other bracelet too. Okay, so which one of these do I recommend? none of them and all of them. Because if you just follow the instructions on the packages, you're not going to get what they got. The pictures are wrong. Instructions are kind of wrong. So let's start at the beginning. This little guy. I actually have one that I got before. It's bigger. It does the same thing. I have instructions. You can find these kits. I got this at a Japanese store. But it shows you how to do it in pretty good detail. And it actually shows you how to bind off the end. So, this works. I would buy this again, but I would make sure I got embroidery thread to go with it. So I could pick my own colors. I could pick my own pattern, because if you do them different ways, it comes out differently. I don't know if you can see that. If that doesn't work, I will post a picture of some different ones I find on the internet. But this is good. It's not, I mean, this is super good, but this works. It was fun. Okay, number 2 was my keychain that I thought was going to be a bracelet. It does say it glows in the dark, so I will put footage in here right now to show you if it glows in the dark or not. I don't know if it does. But anyway, if you've always wanted to learn how to do one of these, this is a good stepping point, but I would also be sure to go and find some videos on YouTube that shows you how to do it better than the written Dollar Tree instructions. And also, the colors do blend together, so it looks solid green, and this one looks kind of a teal, dark teal. So yeah, I might get that again. Maybe not. Actually, this one might be better just to go to Walmart and get one of their kits, or just get a bunch of colors and YouTube it. Okay, so number 3 was the unicorn, and I wasn't happy with how blank the canvas looked after you were done. So I sat down and spent a few hours, probably more than I should have, to do this. Do I think this is cute? Yes. Do I think a kid could possibly do this? Possibly, with help. But yes, I just filled in every little space with this pink color. The yarn was not from Dollar Tree. I went to Dollar Tree and could not find a yarn that I thought matched as good. But I do like how this turned out. I might even get a little frame for it or something. Stick it up here. I don't know. Somewhere. Okay. Last one was the braided bracelet. It was alright. It was, if you don't include if you don't think about the instructions and just think of it as cheap embroidery floss for a bracelet you already know how to make, or you're gonna look up on YouTube, then maybe I would get it again. Pair the bracelet kit with this kit, and you can mix the colors and make different bracelets of this, and I think that would be fabulous. So, all in all, I think the kits do have some value. You have to look up your own instructions for the most part, which kind of sucks, but for $1, I think they're worth it. I wouldn't give these to a child for a birthday present. You know, sometimes you just put little things in bags and say, here you go. I wouldn't do that. If you're willing to sit with a child and help them do it, then yes, I think that these could be good kits. I mean, they could be good like airplane things or car trip things or something like that. Anyways, was it worth it? Yes and no. I mean, it is what it is. Don't always get what they say, and I don't even know if I hit record. So, thank you for watching. Please be sure to hit this please be sure to hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up button, and follow me on Instagram. I'm going to put my Instagram handle in right here somewhere so you can see it. And take a picture? What? Talk? Just say it, dude.
Okay, it's recording.
It is recording. Yay.
I was trying to tell you.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned because I will have a new drawing video up in a few days. I have some ideas for some beginner sketchbooks again, and I have some more Dollar Tree craft kits to do. So, thanks for watching.